have his money yet. Dan, the song parody man, sent me a long letter. As you can see, it's small typed in a full page about why he is innocent in all of this with Artie and explaining himself.
Dan, can I just say something before we start?
Go ahead.
I'm not mad at you at all, Dan. I'm not. Believe me. And you brought it up on the air. I'm sorry you did. I never
sort
would.
of.
Artie was talking about people borrowed money from him, a guy that he used to work with at another place that hasn't paid him back yet, and that's pretty much it.
All right, yeah, actually, Artie helped me out and did loan me a chunk of money, which obviously I have every intention of paying back. We even had a conversation about it recently, and he's like, look, if you need more, we'll need a little more time, take a little more time. But my plan all along was I'm expecting a windfall of cash very shortly.
Well, he didn't bring your name up. Actually, he talked about a different guy, but Artie let you how much? Artie lent you money?
Yeah. Artie helped me out when I was moving back from Vegas, and I had a lot of debt that kind of accumulated back here, and he just basically helped me out. My other plan was, if I don't have the money to pay him back, I just sell my Harley. I put my Harley on Craigslist. It's gone in a week, and he gets it. I desperately needed money, and I was talking to him, and I mentioned it, and he made the offer. I said, dude, I'm dying out here right now, and I asked him to lend me money just like many people have asked me, and I've lent them in the past. And believe me, I have every intention of paying
How long
back.
ago was that, Dan?
Yeah, how long ago?
How long ago? It was in March.
Oh, this year.
Yeah.
Well, you did. I didn't bring it up.
All right.
I don't know who brought it up.
When you were freaking out on Teddy when you had the Teddy fight, you didn't mention my name, but you said, I lent some...
Okay, so it could have been.
You said,
yeah,
I
but it
lent
could have
another
been,
guy
it
who
could
works
have been
here
anybody.
$7,500.
Okay, but how did...
Actually, your exact words were, and this guy might be even a bigger loser and a bigger deadbeat than Teddy.
Can you just give him money for free?
That's what he wants.
Would you be willing to do that?
Well, I've done it in the past.
In other words, just make him like a ward of the Artie estate.
Another deadbeat in my life, you mean?
No, I don't mean a deadbeat, but maybe just.
I have like
Teddy.
a bunch of deadbeats in my life.
No, we'll figure out something. I mean, look, it's
no, this
gotta
is
end.
my reputation on the air is bad now because Ted takes advantage. There's another guy that you know very well in our organization that I just loaned $7,500 to, and wants another $7,500. And Ted is as big a deadbeat as he is. He's a bigger deadbeat. Teddy is a loser.
I'm a deadbeat.
But I'm not sure. Maybe Teddy's a bigger loser.
No, you're definitely a bigger deadbeat than
No,
Teddy.
no doubt about it.
I was mad at the time, and I did not say your name.
No, you didn't.
And
but
there's no reason $7,500 should mean anything to anybody but me and you.
Right.
Okay,
I agree.
so
well, the point is, you're
so,
right. It shouldn't mean anything but me and you. But from the second you said that, from the second that went down, the clever detectives here were able to deduce who it was,
well,
and everybody was talking
about
about it was me.
You brought you.
No,
gave
Howard.
yourself
Months later did I bring it out, but before that, people were whispering it in the hallways. I'd walk by, Fallon's walking by me, $7,500, $7,500.
How did they know that? How did they do that?
I guess they were able to figure out that it was. You said it was somebody who works here or somebody closely associated with the show, and everybody out there knew that it wasn't them. They knew that I just moved back from Vegas. They probably some of them might know that I was desperate.
So Dan, what's going on? But the last time,
but I don't know how you can yell at a guy who loaned you money.
I'm not yelling. Who am I yelling at?
You're yelling at Artie.
No, I'm just stating the fact that I brought it up after it was already common knowledge.
Let's skip all the history of this thing.
Yeah, forget about the history of it.
Let's get down to it.
I'm just broke right now. I mean, Artie loaned me money. He basically saved my life by loaning me the money at the time. I was flat broke.
How long ago did he lend you the money?
It was March. It was this past March, so it's closing in on a year.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Now, you said you were due for a windfall of some sort.
Yeah, the wind has yet to fall.
Right.
Hopefully.
What happened to the windfall? What was the windfall that you were
I can't really discuss the windfall, but it still could possibly, it still looks very good that it could happen.
And
it's
the other day, I
else.
brought that up as a joke. Look, again, you know, with the radio show, Howard, you know this. Like sometimes you.
Yeah, sometimes you bring up how much a bottle of
Look,
wine
you've been doing a lot of great. You've been doing a lot of great work lately. You were on the air. We were talking about you, and I said the windfall be a funny thing to say, and you know.
I understand.
Artie, let me add this. How long did you expect to wait for your $7,500 back?
Well, I don't know how many details Dan wants to reveal, but I knew he was in a bit of trouble, and it would probably take a while. Now, I would never loan anybody money that I needed desperately, but that's, you know.
It's a lot of money.
It's a substantial amount of money.
And,
that's 3 bottles
of wine. Is it fair to say you did want? Is it fair to say you wanted more?
I absolutely, you know what? I wanted more, and thank God that I didn't borrow.
Well,
it
here's the thing, Dan. I did you a favor. Let me. There's a detail here you're missing.
Okay.
And again, Dan, I'm not mad at all. I know Dan's a hardworking guy, and it's tough times, but Dan wanted $15,000. He said, can I have $7,500 now and $7,500 when I get back to Jersey?
Wow.
So I said, Dan, I'll send you $7,500, but because I knew, you know, even though I technically need the $15,000, I said to myself, the best thing for my friendship with Dan is not to give him the 15 grand.
That's a lot of
because
money.
I figured it would be a long time, and that's really a number it would be hard to get out of my mind. So I just let it drop, and Dan was nice enough to let it drop. So we left it at 7,500.
You've been able to live on the 7,500. Why did you need an additional 7,500?
Okay, my genius plan was out when I moved back from Vegas. I was going to get my sound system business started up again, where I do the PA systems, I do bands and stuff like that. What I was going to do is I was going to gear up. I was going to get an additional van. I was going to hire another guy. I was going to be able to do run jobs simultaneously. I thought that money would enable me to pay him back faster. My plan was the money.
Do you have any family that can lend you money?
I was the guy in the family that loaned everybody else money when I had it. I was the go-to guy.
He's got a nice daughter who I've met. You know, it's like I'm not the 15 grand would have annoyed me so much to where I might have said something.
Well, wait a second.
So I just left it at what it was.
But just
the 7,500. So you never got your business going. Why didn't you just return the money to Artie then?
No, the money was to get me. The money was to cover my bills before I left Vegas, to move me back here, for me to move into a place. You know, you got first month's rent, last month's rent, security, to get my piece of shit van back on the road and roadworthy.
Don't you live with friends? You don't even have a place.
Yeah, no. I rent a house. I have roommates. I rent a share of a house. When I lived out in Vegas, part of my living arrangement was part of my work deal.
Now, since March of 2008, have you taken any vacations? Have you gone anywhere?
Let me tell you, Artie, I have not afforded myself a single fucking luxury. I live as frugally as possible.
Where'd you get that coat? That very nice leather coat.
This fucking coat. I got this coat is so old.
Give it to Artie right now.
You want it?
Yeah, Artie wants that coat.
This coat is so old.
Take off your pants.
This is what I hate.
How much are those pants?
I hate making someone who's a friend of mine explain themselves, but
no, I just want
I would never do this. I feel awkward right
Artie,
now.
The rumor is you owe Artie more than 7,500. Is that true?
No, as far as I know, I owe him 75. My plan was to get my money. I was going to give him 10 grand. So his interest, he probably wouldn't even take it, but I'd force it on him. I'd say, do something nice for me, for yourself, the way that I did something. You did something nice for me. But the funny thing.
So Dan, let me ask you something. What do you think is going to happen with this loan? Do you think?
To make it all the more pathetic, my plan was if I couldn't get rid of it, I was going to sell my Harley and then I could throw him the money. I'm so behind on the rent on the garage where I store the fucking bike, I can't gain access to it to sell it.
I know how much that means to you. I don't want you to sell your bike.
How much would it cost to get your bike back? How much do you owe them?
I owe $4 grand out there, but I have 2 bikes there. I'm dumping one off, which I'm going to get about $2 grand for, and then I'm going to have another $2 grand cash that I have to come up for.
See, the other thing,
what are you going to do with the $2 grand? You going to give it to Artie?
No, he's got to get the bike.
Yeah, I got to sell the one bike that's in there for $2 grand.
Why don't you
come up with another $2 grand to clear that debt? Then I have access to the other bike, which I can then sell and pay him back.
You see, and Howard, here's the other thing: by not giving him the other $7,500, it does something else. I knew if I gave him everything he wanted the first time, he's going to come back for more money. So by not giving you the other $7,500, it sort of puts a cap on what I can give him too.
What about
he knows that?
What about getting a regular job?
You know, I'd like to. I spent 20 years honing my skills in like the electronics sector of electronics, where I had my business, which went away, and I'm a dinosaur that's obsolete. It's kind of like if I was a skier and I no longer had legs. I can't do that anymore.
What about going to a restaurant today and saying, I'm going to work in the kitchen?
Sorry, man. For the amount of money I could, the amount of money that I would make on a menial job like that would hinder me from being able to make the small amount of money I need to get by between child support, monthly living expenses, which is really it. You know, I have a certain number I have to make.
What about you go down to the sanitation department right now? Like I know King of All Blacks makes about 40, 50 grand a year.
Because he's vested, because he's got tenure, because he's been in there forever.
So why not start?
I'm 45 years old, man.
Too old for that?
I'm too old for that. I mean, I can't. If I could start at the bottom, I mean, an entry-level job where you don't have skills.
What about working at a motorcycle shop? What about that? What about you?
I don't have the skills to work on other people's bikes.
What about a salesman at a store that sells motorcycles?
You could sell knives, you know.
Yeah.
You have knives.
I could use them too, but. No, you know what?
Sell your hair to a Chinese wig company.
That's not. I'll tell you, I've considered it, and people aren't buying hair anymore. The economy shit. People aren't buying bikes.
We've heard all sorts of rumors, but now that everybody's talking about this,
I know. I mean, first of all, I don't know how the gossip around here is crazy.
It's all over the place. So I got to ask both you guys a question: is it true that one of the ways Dan got the money from you was that he called Artie and he was crying that he wasn't going to be able to see his daughter and he needed the money for airfare to come back? That's one of the rumors.
He wasn't crying, no.
Now
he really wanted to get back.
Now, how can these rumors be completely fabricated? If me and Artie are the only ones that had this conversation, everything else is just total fabrication.
Although I read your letter.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, something didn't ring true about it.
Tell me what didn't ring true.
If you don't mind me saying. You describe that since this has come up on the radio, And Steve Langford's been reporting on this.
Let me cut you off on that.
Hold on, let me finish.
Can you just refer to him as the scumbag piece of shit and not the name? Because the name makes me want to make my blood boil.
All right, scumbag piece of shit. I don't feel that way about Steve.
You know, all your life, you've criticized people in the media who have misquoted you, who have written articles. You've accused them of yellow journalism. You've done prayers to Jesus, wishing cancers to spread through their body and die them so that you could piss on their grave and laugh at their rotting corpse.
What did Steve say wrong? There is a loan here. There's a debt to be paid.
The point is, it's between myself and Artie. Yes,
but you brought it up on the air, and then Steve is put in the awkward position of having to cover it.
Yeah, but you know what? He called me, and I said,
Steve.
"Yeah, better fucking walk fast past me, you fucking piece of shit."
Well, wait a second. You're taking it out on Steve.
No.
Don't do anything stupid.
No. Just stop it. Let me speak. Steve called me. I said, "Please do not run a story on this. When it's a fleeting mention on the show, it's one thing. If you repeated the news over and over again, then word can possibly get back to my daughter. She'll get teased. She'll get antagonized at school." I said, "The point. No, Howard. The point is, I said to him, please do not run the story. I'm appealing to you as a father and as a fellow human being.
But wait,
do not run the story. And everything I'm saying to you is well.
But Dan, you use the kid card.
Whether I use
who knows Dan the song? Your kid doesn't go to school and get teased by the other kids because her dad is Dan the song. I mean,
she gets teased by other kids because some of the kids at school do know that I work here and people hear it.
And they know you're Dan the song parody man, and they listen to Howard 100 News.
They knew you didn't pay back Artie?
Oh, come on.
No, they didn't know it.
Possibly be true.
What kind of song can you make
First of all, it is. Second of all, you want to call me a liar? Call me a fucking liar, Howard.
Well,
I'm telling you one thing, and you're telling me you believe it to be the contrary. So you call me a fucking liar. But the bottom stop. The bottom line is this: I begged and I pleaded, and I very eloquently asked him not to run the story that it could have a negative impact on my daughter. I said everything I'm saying to you is off the record, and the fucking piece of shit scumbag fucking ran the story anyway. And not only that, but he lied because in his story, he says Dan warned us against running the story. I didn't warn you. I asked you not to run the story. You're a fucking scumbag, a piece of shit, a yellow journalist, and you don't practice what you preach because many times you've lied on the air and you fucking squash stories about yourself because you're a human piece of fucking shit. You should fucking die tomorrow so I can shit on your face, piss on your grave, and do a fucking happy dance because you're not a fucking human being to me. You're a piece of fucking garbage. And you better walk past me fucking fast when you walk past me.
Don't make threats. Don't make threats.
I'm not making threats. I'm just fucking recommending the pace that he should walk at.
What does that mean?
Because I don't want him fucking near me because my skin crawls when he's near me. So it would be a favor to me the same way as I asked you nicely before not to run the fucking story. It's a favor to me because you make me fucking sick. The sight of you, the thought of you. Let's talk about the liar fucking Langford. Funny stuff. First of all, what a moron. This fucking guy is embarrassed and tries to squash the story. He hates the fact that he has a reputation for having a big cock. He should hate having a reputation for being a big fucking cock. Steve Langford's huge penis. They had one of his ex-girlfriends who wanted to talk about it, and he wouldn't allow it through. A year later, he fucking lied and said he didn't squash the story. Then there's the fucking Steve Mud Langford, where the rumor was that he apparently shit his pants and his nickname at another news place was Steve Mud Langford. Now, he played it off and lied by saying that they said that because he was a fan of scatological humor. However, then a year later, he got somebody to cover for him and say, no, there was an incident where we were in the news van and I crapped myself and Steve got blamed for it. If that was what really fucking happened, why didn't you just say that was what happened? Not just say, oh, I'm a fan of scatological humor, not that somebody else shit their pants and I got blamed for it.
Steve, do you want to answer?
Because you're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking liar. You are the piece of shit that comes out of an asshole. I asked you not to run the fucking story. It wasn't big news. He wasn't breaking any fucking news. He was just fucking driving home something that was already covered on the show.
All right, Steve,
the fucking scumbag. Fucking die, you piece of shit.
Can he answer that? And did you poop in your pants?
No.
You did not?
No. I would like to be able to tell you that I did, but I didn't.
No. See, it's physically impossible for a piece of shit to take a shit. Either you can take a shit or you are the shit.
Do you want to respond to Dan's charges?
Well, it's interesting. Dan says clearly that he wants to bury the story. Why is he on this radio show right now?
Because you've already fucking blown it. It's been on the air.
And
he's already... That's not... No. Why don't you fucking address the fact that we had a conversation, I told you, asked you not to run the story.
Right, but I don't take requests.
Did I warn you not to run...
When I covered the news...
Did I ask you to not run the story, or did I warn you to run the story? Because in your news story, you said, Dan the Song Parody Man warns us. Dan the Song Parody Man cautions us. Did I ever warn you or caution you, or did I ask you? Because saying I warned or cautioned, which sounds like I threatened you, makes for a better story when you don't have a fucking story. When you're a fucking piece of shit that tries to blow things out of proportions.
Well, we're not getting any.
There's so many inaccuracies.
He makes Tom Chiasano seem fucking animated. It's like if they took a fucking robot.
But you're mad at the guy
and cloned it with a piece of shit. You'd have fucking Steve Langford. It's like they took a robot and had a fucking did a poor job of trying to program it to emulate human emotions.
Dan, I like it. Here's my recommendation. Next time, don't bring up on the air that you're the guy who borrowed $7,500.
Howard, it was already out. The bitches in the office were already talking about it. When Artie was talking
No, I'll tell you what, I would
Nobody
never,
knows.
but people would ask me and I would just go, I don't know what you're talking about. And it would never have come on the air.
But every time my name came up, did Howard not get a note that said, oh, doesn't Dan the song Parody Man owe you
and
money?
I would say no, and then it was ended.
And that's
Howard,
it.
believe me.
Listen to me.
It would never have been this way.
As mad
Dan.
as you are, Steve, and I understand your point. I got it.
He's a piece of shit. I told him it could affect my daughter. He ran the story anyway. He wasn't breaking any news.
All right.
He was just repeating what was already said on the air. I asked him fucking nicely.
What we did was we called the individual involved here, which is what reporters do.
All right. So here's the thing.
Right, and I said, I'm not authorizing you to tape this.
No,
Anything.
you did. Yeah, we
I
did
said,
not
do not tape this.
We did
And
not tape
and
the interview
4
because you
times-
would not go on tape. However, we did quote you.
Yeah, you
Which
quote-
is what reporters
No,
do.
you didn't quote me.
Yes, we do. We got
Steve,
it right here.
Yes or no? Did
Got
you
it
say
right
in
here.
your piece that I warned you not to run a story?
Here's what the story
Because you
says.
can repeat the piece.
Here's
Let's hear
what
the
the
piece.
story
Let's
says.
see what he said.
The story says Dan refusing to go on tape to comment about Artie mentioning the Lange, the large lingering loan he still hasn't repaid Lange, and the song Parody Man warning us not to blow up, sensationalize, or glorify
Warning
the
us.
story.
Did I warn you? What is a warning?
Yes,
A
not to
warning is if I-
glorify, sensationalize, or blow
All
up
right,
the
that's
story.
pretty close.
No, that's bullshit. A
We
warning
report
means
the news.
you better not
If
do
you
this.
don't like the
I
news,
asked him. I
don't
did
turn
not
it on.
warn him. There's a difference. When you fucking say that somebody
a news
warned you.
story.
You're getting worked up over the
You're like
warn
all these
one
other-
versus ass.
It's just a no. It's an example of the fact that he's a piece of shit scumbag and he's full of shit. That he didn't have
Story's
a fuck,
true. What
that
can I
there
tell
was
you?
No, the story's not true because I didn't fucking
Absolutely.
warn you.
He's
So shut your
100%
fucking hole,
true.
Langford.
Okay. He's saying ass.
Fuck you. Shut your fucking hole, Langford.
All right.
Don't
Steve,
ever fucking
you can
walk
leave
near
now.
me.
Thank you very much.
You. And Dan, calm down.
Wow.
It ain't worth
No,
it.
You're a fucking piece of shit, Langford.
Go out there.
No,
Go
good,
that way.
Steve.
I'm
go
not
that way.
gonna touch him because
You're
I'm not
heated
into
up.
scandalizing this shit like him.
You're heated up. You're
Fuck
heated up.
outta here.
You're heated up. You're heated up.
Howard, if somebody ran an article where you asked somebody not to say something, and you said that they printed, you warned them.
I would
you
point
take
it out.
You'd fucking hit the fucking roof, and especially if it was
Maybe.
and especially if you asked them not to run it out of concern for your children, whether the reporter thinks it's a valid concern or not.
Reporters write whatever they want. They don't care about your children, and they don't. That's
Obviously,
the bottom line.
especially including the scumbag that you employ, Howard.
That's true.
He's a fucking piece of
He's
shit.
a newsman.
He's a newsman.
No. He's a piece of fucking shit.
I don't sit
I've
there
held
and
that
tell the
fucking
news.
piece of human garbage out with shit when he's needed fucking my help. I've seen him working on stuff and given him ways to speed up his fucking research. I've helped this fucking guy out. You think?
Now here's what I want you to do
a touch
tonight.
of professional.
Here's what
courtesy.
I want you to do tonight. Cut up your own voice and make song parodies
Yes.
out of it.
What is this? Is great tape.
This is great tape.
I'm sure somebody else will fucking.
No.
jump on it.
You need to do this.
Can I just touch one more thing?
I
And
think
obviously,
it'll be cathartic.
I look at Artie. I'm like, I say, Artie's my friend. We fucking hung out. We've done a lot of shit. We've had a lot of good times
I
together.
don't have any bad feelings against you.
I called you a ton of fucking times, since I've gotten back, and it's the same procedure. I call your house phone, and it goes to the voicemail.
Well, you know what
I
I
call
would
you.
say.
I know. Yeah.
Artie's not going to
I call
tell you.
90% of the people in my life can't get in touch with me right now because I'm a
I
heroin
can't get
addict.
in touch with him.
But,
He's a heroin addict.
And I felt like a real douchebag. I felt like over and over again that I don't know, like you helped me out as a friend, but then you fucking were avoiding me like the plague.
Matt is on the. Let's hear
it's
from the
hard because
fan.
I don't want to put you in an
Let's
awkward
put this
position
to
where you're
rest.
explaining it to me. Like if you had left a message, look, I have the money, meet me here, we'll go get it. Otherwise, it's going to be an awkward. I'm doing it for our friendship.
I know. It
Ironically
bothers me. I mean, it fucking
Matt is
bothers
on
me
the
every
air.
day
Let's
that
go
I'm
to
carrying.
let's go to some of the
Times are
listeners.
rough, man.
Times are rough, and I'm sure you're going to pay him back. Matt, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Matt.
Hey, Howard. How you doing? I was just curious, Dan. Don't you think that maybe if you just concentrated on resolving the whole $7,500, that it wouldn't even matter what Langford says? Like, I don't know. I'm just curious because it's the second time I'm hearing somebody blow up on Langford. It seems like we're kind of tangenting off the.
I was going to say that to you. I
no.
was going to say that to you. It's more.
I work every day towards trying to find a way to resolve this debt as quickly as possible. I got a ton of music here that I'm actually in the middle of restoring and selling. I got vintage Fender amps that are worth like $2,500 that I'd like to just get rid of one and at least hand that to Artie to give him something. But no, the point is, Matt, I told the guy that if you blow this up and you repeat the story over and over again in the news, that it could have a negative impact. That could get back to my teenage daughter.
But when you go on the air and say you're a poon hound and all that, don't you think that could have an impact to your daughter?
I said it once in a fleeting moment. You guys have repeated it 1,000 times since then.
Is it? Well, you know how the show works.
I mean, I
that's the
also
show.
write-
But
I just-
has it affected your daughter? Has anything happened?
Yeah, somebody called her a fucking welfare loser at school.
All right, Ken, you're on the air. Go
I don't
ahead.
know how they know who you are.
I don't even know how they know who Dan the Song Parody Man is. I don't even know his last name.
I don't deny that you're telling the truth. It's crazy.
Ken, go ahead. You're on the air.
Dan, you're a talented, creative guy, but you're clearly out of your fucking mind here.
How am I out of my mind?
A lot of talented guys are out of their mind.
Well, this is an extreme case because Steve Langford is an extremely talented, professional guy, and you can't get past the name calling.
No. He's not talented. He's not professional.
Yes, he is, man.
Call up my naivete that I said to him 4 times. This could have a negative impact on my daughter. I'm not giving you any breaking news. You're not breaking a story. You're just going to be repeating what's already been said on the air.
But the negative impact on your daughter is borrowing $7,500 in the first place.
Yeah. No. It's the fact that they're running it on the news over and over again and increasing the exposure of it.
But if you didn't borrow the money, it would never be on the news.
The point is, but the point is,
look, I'm not judging somebody.
And don't go on the air saying you're the guy who's owed the money. Then you wouldn't have any Steve Langford or any impact on your daughter.
I wish that was the case, but that's
all right.
But that's
my point
over and done with. The point is, I asked the guy very nicely, and I told him why, okay? And he chose to run the story anyway, despite the fact that I told him that it could have an impact on my child.
All right, Karen, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi, Howard. I'm not calling about this. Did they?
All right, we're on this topic now, though, my darling.
Well,
all right, I mean, let's stick to the topic. Let's go to Jovan.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Good. Dan's great. He's a smart guy.
I love Dan.
And you got to appreciate him, how far he got. Just a funny story. Back in the old days, we used to play hockey with him.
Jovan, hey, man, I was thinking about you the other day. You're the best.
How's it going?
Killer defenseman.
The funniest story, we get shellacked on the ice. He gets back in the locker room. He lights up a cigarette. He goes, man, we fucking suck. And you're just sitting there like...
Do you smoke cigarettes?
Oh, that's the other thing. I was trying to figure out if
Where are you getting money for that?
If I didn't smoke, I take it out of my food money. I'll fucking smoke instead of eat. Yovi,
give Artie the cigarette money. What do you spend a week on cigarettes? How do you not have money? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't mean to get into your financial life, but now that it's on the air, why would you smoke cigarettes?
I'm an
addict.
Have
no money.
Artie can relate.
Give that money to your daughter, then she won't be a welfare kid.
Yeah.
How much money do you spend? How much are cigarettes now? How much are they?
Anywhere between like $5 and $8 a pack.
Oh my God! So how many packs a week do you smoke?
I'm stretching like a pack will last me 2 days, and I'm smoking the cheapest stuff.
All right, so you're spending at least $50 a week on cigarettes.
Yeah. Dude, it's
if you
an
gave
addiction.
him $50 a week, you'd be paid him back already.
Yeah,
for a year. What's $50?
2027.
What's $50 a week times 52 weeks? Robin, you're a math major.
2,500.
2,500 you'd have.
Yeah.
Then you could get your bike out of Hock and pay Artie his money.
That's about a third of what you owe.
Hey, Jovan, back in those days.
I want you quitting cigarettes
Back in those
today.
days, would I put up like the whole $6,000 for the team fee and then wait for the guys over the course of the season to pick it up? Because I had money back then. Yovi was a great defenseman.
Listen to me. Quit smoking today. It's over.
Oh, God, I wish I could.
No, you can't. If you stop buying them.
I cut everything out. I don't drink. I don't do any drugs. I don't smoke weed.
Are you dating?
I cut down on my eating.
Have you gone on a date?
I haven't gone on a date in ages. Not a date where I had to pay for anything. Anyways.
What is it, Gary?
The guys in the office were asking a question, which I'm going to pose to Dan. If you were looking to keep this whole Artie money thing sort of private and quiet, they were saying Artie did a book signing. And at the book signing, there was Langford was there, and the Howard TV cameras were there, and Dan got online and like repaid Artie $100, like making a whole show of it.
Right.
So if you were looking to keep it on the sort of quiet, why would you do that?
It had already been brought up on the air. I was there, and I handed him money, and the cameras were there. It's not
but
about.
I'm saying it appears that you're willing to talk about it on the radio and play with it to some degree.
Now it's completely out in the open. Okay, that was something that my daughter wasn't going to see. It's something that my daughter wasn't going to hear.
But how do you know what she's going to see and what she's not going to see?
She only pays attention.
No,
to
she
the
only
news.
listens to Steve Langford.
No, she doesn't listen to anything but the kids.
I'm just saying. How do you know what anybody's going to see or hear? How do you know if a parent had Howard TV and seen that? Who would you be mad at then?
Then I'd have myself to blame. I'd absolutely have myself to blame.
But you're out there talking about it. I'm just saying. I know why you're mad at Steve because he said he wouldn't do something and he did it. But I just think that you're just sort of getting mad because Steve's easy to kick.
All right, Bob.
No,
you have the
Steve's
last
not easy to kick. The guy could fucking probe into my fucking life and make it miserable if he wants to. Then I'll have to make the decision or not of how I want to fucking deal with it.
Bob, you're on the air in Toledo.
Hey, how you doing, Howard? Hey, this is for Artie, and ask the song parody man to be quiet. I'm going to put the truth out about him.
Let's hear it.
They sold them bikes at auction because of that storage. He has no bikes. He's lying out his teeth. They were sold a month and a half ago.
Okay, describe the two bikes. Tell me what type, and then I'll pull the registrations out of my pocket. We'll see if they match.
Well, pull them out, Dan. I ain't going to describe them. They weren't that hot of a bike anyways. One went for $6,500, and the other one went for $1,100. One was an 883, and the other one was a Fat Boy.
You're absolutely wrong. They're both shovelheads.
Okay.
So you're a fucking moron. One's an Iron Sportster and one's an 80 wide lot. So shut your fucking mouth. Yeah, it's another fucking ass. Yeah, it's another fucking asshole talking shit.
Didn't I ask you to be quiet?
Yeah, but that's too fucking bad. Be quiet so you can fucking lie. You're a shitty caller. You tried to call in and be funny. You suck. That was your fucking angle to get on Howard's show to say that they sold my bike at auction? You fucking go to fucking hell.
I pay my fucking subscription. Don't owe Artie nothing.
All right, let's go to Sam. You have the final word in California. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I want to know the storage name of Dan's storage lot, because when they do get posted in the newspaper and they do come up for auction, he's $4,000 behind on the rent. I don't believe it. I want to buy them. So what's the name of the storage unit there?
Yeah, like I'm gonna fucking tell you, it's through an individual. It's not a storage unit. It's a garage that I rent with a couple other people. One person has their name on the lease. The rest of us pay our share for the garage.
All right, listen, Dan. I hope the financial situation gets better for you. That's
hopefully
number one.
I got this. Hopefully, I'm doing this tour. This tour with the people I work out with in Vegas. I got a tour coming up, and I
plug that so that you can get back on your feet. Where are you going to be?
So Beecher's Madhouse. He's booking a casino party tour that's going on in all the different casinos outside of Vegas around the country. You can check out beechersmadhouse.com. And just one more quick thing, Artie. Was it just an oversight that you didn't invite me to either of your parties this summer? And I don't want to be a douche, or was it like that?
No, you were. I didn't formally invite anybody. It was like there weren't invitations.
I don't know. Like I said, I felt
no.
I was 10 minutes away in fucking Long Branch, babysitting
Sounds like
my friend's
Artie
house.
maybe didn't want you there.
Yeah,
no, that's not true. I mean,
you know what? I happen to know Artie sent out a mass email. Not a mass email. An email to Tracy, not Tracy, but some. I don't even remember that you invited anyone. I heard through the grapevine you were having a party. I don't think there was a formal invite.
Right. I just said anybody could come. Of course. If I would have seen you, you could come. No, I don't. I'm not like that. Believe me. Look, I don't judge anybody for borrowing money. I know stuff gets shitty, and believe me, a lot of people owe me money.
I tell you,
and a lot of people have owed me money for years, and I keep it quiet. I'm sorry I brought it up that day with Teddy. I lost my mind.
I know.
But
I can't blame you.
And I didn't mean to call you the names I was calling you, but it was like. I was nuts, and I never would have brought up your name. Howard could ask me till Kingdom Come. I would have said, no, that's not true, because it should be private. I wish it hadn't come to this. I do. I mean, it might have been eating away at you. So I was talking about another guy who owed me money.
I know. Yeah,
and look, by the way, this other guy who owes me money.
Yes.
Everybody here, they're like Sherlock Holmes. Everybody here figured out who that was.
Oh, yeah, I figured it out off the bat. Too.
Okay, right. Okay, so you work here. You figured it out somehow. And
have you figured it out, Howard?
He knows who it is.
I have no idea.
He
told me, and I don't know who it is. I swear you don't.
So in other words, so that guy all of a sudden got the guilts and is texting me every 5 seconds. And you know what? It'll never come to this. You know why? Because I'll never say his name, and he probably won't either.
Right.
You should have just not said anything, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let me just.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Who would even know?
Yeah,
No one would know, Dan.
I've been on both sides of the lending. That's the first time I've ever borrowed a large sum of money is from you, aside from the mortgage that I took out on the house.
Lucky you, Artie.
But from being on the other side of it, okay, and I know how much it could piss you off if you think I'm going out and I'm spending money and just like that would be a big FU to you. I got people that I've lent way more than you lent me, who've never paid me back, who've sold their houses, and I know they've profited over $100,000 on their house, bought another house. Then
well,
while
let's go get them.
Right, and then
them down.
And then while I was losing my fucking house and needed money to keep it out of foreclosure, this scumbag was putting in a fucking pool in his backyard. While he still couldn't pay me back, the $10,000.
So you are not doing that.
I'm never going to be that fucking guy. I would sooner fucking kill myself.
No, I know you wouldn't, Dan.
Right.
Believe me. But
All right, let me wrap this up. I don't want to put Dan on the.
Now here's just another offer for Artie. Since this tour is getting booked, and I'm going to be doing a ton of work on it, Beecher actually offered to give me an advance on some of the money that I'm going to earn from the tour, which I could then give directly to you.
All right, there you go.
Whatever, if you can afford it, fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't get yourself.
But thanks, man. Again, the most important thing is that we're still friends. Man.
We are. I'm not. Believe me, we're friends.
Do you want Langford to do a story on this today or no?
No, I want somebody else to do a fucking story on the passing of Steve Langford. And I can fucking
Dan,
do
this
a happy
song,
dance.
super talented guys. You heard he has just put together another hit song, "Everybody Douche Now," featuring Tracy. And I have to say, Dan, you are a super talented guy.
And
yes, you will get back on your feet.
What sucks about money
is, you
is
know what? You don't have to pay Artie back ever. I'm sure.
No.
No. What sucks about money is I don't need money now.
Yeah.
But everyone here has seen my violent streak when I get mad. God forbid I ever do need money. Because, you know.
Good luck.
I'm going to go looking for it.
I mean, if it makes you feel better to kick the shit out of me, I'll hold my hands behind my back. You can pound away.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a lot of other people.
Listen, Dan, go calm down. I want you to go take whatever Artie's on and you'll be fine, all right?
All right, thanks a lot.
Calm down over there, for Christ's sake.
All right.
Getting all worked up. I saw your hands were shaking and everything.
Oh, yeah,
really.
that pissed me off.
I thought you would take off like a rocket. All right. Well,
I would never disrespect the sanctity of your studio.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
There are a lot of people who are unhappy with the news. You and I have talked about this before, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Absolutely. Well, what can you do?
So
if you don't like what we report, I guess you shouldn't get involved, right?
That's very true.
I mean,
now he's just. Is there any truth behind what he's saying?
there's none. Do you want to see the story?
Sure.
Sure. You want me to read it to you?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of
really,
boring.
yeah.
I mean,
what's the gist of it?
Okay, it's one thing to owe Artie Lange $7,500 since last March. This is a story we reported last week. But to be reminded about it by Artie himself on the Stern Show, like having a big mouth bill collector nail you on national radio. Dan the Song Parody Man, particularly unhappy with Howard 100 News for reporting on this. Dan refusing to go on tape to comment about Artie mentioning the large lingering loan he still hasn't repaid Lange. And the Song Parody Man warning us not to blow up, sensationalize, or glorify the story. Dan the Song Parody Man claiming he's placed at least a dozen calls to Artie, but Lange doesn't answer or return his calls. He says, Dan citing severe financial hardship, declaring he doesn't yet have the money to repay Artie, but affirms he does have every intention of paying Artie back. And as for that motorcycle, he said he'd sell if he had to pay Artie back his $7,500. Dan the Song Parody Man reporting it's in his garage where he can't get it because he hasn't paid the parking bill. That's the news story.
Sounds like a lot of BS on his part.
Well, does that sound like lies?
Dude, this eats me every morning. I fucking wake up and there's a pit in my stomach, and this just eats me. I'm walking around with this debt, you know. You don't feel when you owe somebody money, you really don't own any of the money that's in your pocket. It's theirs. It's not yours.
Yeah.
You know. So until I clear myself of that debt, I have zero money. You know. That's
so you're willing to do pretty much anything to pay it back?
Yeah, I mean within reason.
Within reason.
Yeah, within reason, of course. Yeah.
Now, what about Steve Langford?
He's a piece of shit.
Is it so much that you think he's making up lies, or you just don't want him to report on all this?
I asked. It's not like he was breaking a news story that nobody had ever heard of. It's not like he was going to shock the world with any kind of information. It was just that he needed something to fill his block because he has a quota, and he decided to use my story. I said, Steve, I'm appealing to you as a father and a fellow human being. Please do not run this story. If it's a fleeting moment on the show and it's mentioned, it can get past it. If it's run during every break, during all the repeats, it's blown up on the news, it can get back to my daughter and it can have a negative impact. You can do anything you want to me. I'll stand here and take a punch. I have no problem for the good of this show. I'll take a stab wound, whatever. But I think that this could possibly negatively have an impact on my daughter. Please do not run the story. I said it to him clearly, concisely, and he chose to run the story anyway. Bottom line, he's a piece of fucking shit. He ran in the story. He said, Dan warns us against telling this story. It was in the bumper for the news as well as the news story. I never warned him. I asked him, I pleaded with him, and I begged him. Warning it is sensationalizing the story. It's blowing out of proportion. It's making it sound like a threat. The word warning and threaten aren't really that much different. And he added that in there so that he could make it into a story. And that's what makes him a piece of fucking shit.
No hard feelings?
He's a good friend of mine. I'm sorry it came out like this, but you know, some people get good times, bad times, and if you loan somebody money, it should be a private thing. But there's gossips around here worse than the fucking View.
Here?
Well, I'm saying, you know,
Really?
so I'm pissed it came out like this, but we're friends, and he's a good man.
All right. It's my pal, Artie Lange, man. He saved my life.
Okay, real quick, here is Sasha Lee. She is Miss Howard TV in February. Anyone who's a subscriber knows, in addition to all the great programming, all the original shows we're doing now, we always have a Miss Howard TV every month, and this girl is very beautiful.
Jesus
Nothing wrong with Sasha Lee. Hey, Sasha.
Hey, how are
Is you
you?
Sasha Lee or Sasha?
Sasha Lee is my full name, but Sasha
Lee is your last name?
No,
You just have one name.
no, but well, my full first name is Sasha Lee.
Sasha Lee.
Yeah,
So everyone calls you Sasha or Sasha Lee?
Sasha. Or
Well, you're
Sasha.
Russian girl or something like that?
I'm half Hungarian.
Half Hungarian. You'll look good in a bathing suit, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
You look great. Thank you for being Miss Howard TV this month. Artie, obviously, you're in love. I see Artie would not have a chance with you. You're 20 years old, and you even said you don't date older guys. And by older guys, you said you wouldn't even date someone 30. That's kind of gross, right?
Well, yeah, when I was talking to Ganji in my pre-interview, I was talking about Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, Ganji goes, would you date Matthew McConaughey? And Sasha Lee said, well, you know, he's kind of gross because it would be gross because he's old. He's an old guy.
Yeah.
So Ganji goes, I know I don't have a chance with her. Because, and DePace goes, you think that's the reason she won't go out with you?
She wouldn't date Matthew McConaughey. She's definitely not going to date Ganji. That's how he...
Why would Ganji ask her if she'd date Matthew McConaughey?
No, because he was asking like if I had a celebrity crush or like something like that.
Well, Artie is 26. Just from all the drugs, he looks a little bit older, but you can date him. Feel free. And you're a young woman. It says here you have a boyfriend, right?
Not well, like we're working on things.
What do you mean? Breaking up?
Well, we did, and now we're working on things.
What does that mean?
They're trying to get back together.
Yeah.
They're trying. They're
thank
trying
you.
it out again.
Why would you do that, Rob, and try to get back together? It obviously didn't work. You're 20 years old. You're good looking. Why do that?
Maybe they discovered that
Deserves
they
another
didn't
chance.
like being away from each other once they were.
You dumped him, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone's dumping you. I mean, you can't
I've
do
been
better
dumped
than
before.
You have?
Yeah.
Who would dump you? Who's the stud?
The guy
who?
must have been blind.
Or that, or you're terrible in
No,
bed.
I was young, and he was going to college, and I was still in high school, so it was like one of those things.
Oh, you were dating the college guys when you were in high school. Oh, I know.
No,
the
he
type.
was going to college.
Oh, I see. He was going off.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. So you've only had sex with what? This one guy, the boyfriend?
I've only had 3 boyfriends.
Is that
ever.
right?
Yeah.
So you've had sex with 3 different guys.
I'm just saying I've had 3 boyfriends.
You're not even saying you had sex with all of them. No kidding. How old were you when you lost your virginity?
That I kept a secret in my pre-interview as well.
Ganji told me you've never masturbated. I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's true. I have not.
Liar.
I'm serious.
You've never thought...
My friends don't believe me either, but
I'll tell you why I don't believe you. I don't really know you, but unless there's some huge sexual hang-up, I don't see how you avoid touching yourself at some point out of curiosity. Like when you're wiping down there or something, you've touched it, right?
Hello, that's different.
All right. Then all of a sudden you go, oh, let me take a look. We'll see what's doing down here. And then you touch a little. What do you think, Robin? Is it possible she's 20 and never masturbated?
I'm serious.
I'm sure it's possible. You know, a
Anything's
lot
possible.
of women are a little uptight, and it takes them a while.
Why are you uptight? Religious background?
I'm 20 years old. I'm young still.
You think you might touch yourself one day, or do you think it's in
I
the
don't
game
know.
plan? When a man touches you, you like it.
Well, yeah, I like guys.
Right. But to touch yourself, there's some hang up there because most people by the time they're 20 have touched themselves. Even out of curiosity, you never
I guess
even...
I'm weird.
I mean, when you were laying in bed one night, I'm hanging out. Then all of a sudden you don't like, ooh, gee, my hand is on here. It feels a little good. Have you ever almost touched yourself?
No.
Wow.
For real. I'm for real.
And you've never fooled around with anything else, like, you know, a shower head or, nothing?
You never
Meat
got
or
off-
vegetable?
You never got off on meat and vegetables?
No,
like
not
a Robin,
so
no?
much.
You think that's sick if someone uses meat and vegetables?
I mean, it's their thing, I guess, if
Right.
they like it.
But it shows that you disturb human being, right?
Right. I'll agree.
You, boy, I can't believe you never touched. Robin, I'm having a hard time with that. I can't get past it.
I think there are a lot of girls in her position.
Don't you think after meeting myself and Artie and Benji that
Now
and Fred,
she will
you
have
will probably need to touch yourself
Oh,
after?
definitely. Yep.
Absolutely.
If I were her, I'd touch myself.
You're 5'8". That's a great height.
Yeah.
You like 5'8"?
I like it. And you weigh 115 pounds. Describe to
Maybe
women.
a little more after the holidays.
Is that
but-
right? But that's the right weight for a girl 5'8", isn't it? When you
I guess so. I mean,
absolutely.
the doctor said I'm a little bit underweight, but for the modeling world, like especially in New York, it's considered big.
You've been doing some modeling.
You're big in the modeling world?
Yeah.
Sure, she's right. You got to stay
Yeah.
super thin. Where have you modeled? Have you modeled anywhere? You gotten any jobs?
Yeah, things have really slowed down right now, especially like right before Fashion Week, and I'm not like 5'10", so.
Oh,
I
I've
don't-
gone on like 2 go-sees the whole month.
Well, Sasha Lee is right. In fact, Beth's been talking to a lot of her modeling friends, and they said the business is so bad
So-so.
now. A lot of people, a lot of girls will, like,
Really? What
They
are they going
just-
to have to start doing? Hooking?
a real job hooking or stripping. Yeah. That's
Go with
absolutely
Dan down to the sanitation department.
Pictures of Sasha Lee are on the web now. As I said, she will be our... Oh, there's a picture of you. You do look good.
Wow.
It seems like every broad now with the internet, every broad has pictures.
Well, look at those pictures. They're
Look
beautiful.
at her. Wouldn't you have your pictures up?
That was for Hawaiian Tropic.
If I look like you, what do you mean for Hawaiian Tropic?
I did, I entered like a bikini contest when I lived in upstate New York near Rochester. And I didn't really know what it was when I was getting into it. And then I won. And then they're like, oh, you won a free trip to Hawaii and you're going to be representing New York in the international competition. So I went to Oahu, Hawaii for a week and competed and stuff. And I was like in the calendar. I was January.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Wow.
I also I imagine you could work in Playboy. Would you ever consider doing nude work in Playboy magazine?
No. I don't know.
It's
It's
not
not
your
for
thing.
me.
No, you'd feel funny.
I'm a
then.
little more conservative.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's nice
I'm interested. So 5'10" is what you have to be for fashion week.
Well, you don't have to be, but if I was like at my height, I'd have to be much thinner at my height. But
how much thinner can you get? That's so stupid.
Oh, I've seen really thin.
Yeah, but that's not sexy. Thinner, you know, than that. It's...
Your parents are divorced, it says here, but you haven't been talking to your dad. You're mad at him.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, no, it's a long story, but in a nutshell, he's in his late 40s and he dates girls my age now.
That's
I
why
was
you
16
think
and he
it's
was dating a
gross.
19-year-old.
He's dating a 19-year-old and he's 40?
Well, he was. Yeah, he was in his earlier 40s then, but yeah.
Look, can you blame him? What the hell? What the hell?
But that's why she feels.
Yeah,
it's
but it
gross.
was just
Oh.
wrong, you know.
Right.
But-
So you're not talking to the guy?
No.
Oh, man. You're never going to talk to him again?
As of right now, I don't
Wow.
have any intention to.
Is he dating someone your age?
Not anymore, but there's just like so much weird stuff going on. I'm just like, whatever.
Oh.
Wow. So you seem kind of sad when you say that, right?
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I mean, not to talk to your dad.
Yeah.
What age would you like to see him date? What would be the cutoff?
I don't know. Someone who's not like, who could wear my clothes and like,
Right.
I don't know. We fought like sisters, so it was annoying.
You want him to date a fat chick?
I don't care who he dates as long as like it makes him
Long as
happy and
she's
she's
gross.
nice to me. But it just got weird.
Chick
'Cause
wasn't nice
She
to
was
you?
she was using him too because she had like 2 DWIs and like I would hear her on the phone and it turned into this whole thing.
Oh, so it was there was more to the
yeah.
the whole
She was
thing.
she was really.
So
nuts in him.
he's not seeing her anymore, but
No.
you're still pissed.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
like a lot of other stuff happened, but that was like the main root of it.
You were a pizza delivery girl?
Yeah. I
was
just
your-
actually filled in for a friend when I was home over break for Christmas.
What was your uniform?
Nothing special. It's just I live in a really small town, so it was just
I
shorts,
mean-
t-shirt. He let me wear whatever I wanted, kind of. So.
You know, let me ask you. You were never raped or molested being a pizza delivery girl? I mean, look at you. You show up at the door. You know, there's a lot of weird guys
well,
out there.
I don't show up at the door in a bikini.
You do not. But even in a shorts and a T-shirt, I imagine guys get a little worked up, right? Do they ever try to drag you into the house?
No. The town is so small. Half the people I delivered to were like friends of family or people we knew through school. And
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
So.
All right. Well, Robin, that sounds very sexy to me. Pizza delivery girl. I like that.
I think she should think about that. She could make a lot of money delivering pizza.
I bet you she got huge tips. I would tip her $200-300.
Monday Night Football wasn't that bad of a
It's
night.
like the
Right.
plot of every porno, you know, except it's a chick.
It's the reverse.
Yeah.
So, what was your biggest tip?
I don't know. I don't even know. I think maybe like $10.
$10. Jeez, these guys must be blind.
Yeah, that was
you
big for me.
Gee, I'm a dad out there waiting for my pizza. This shows up $300, honey. Let's go. Come on. Let's do it.
I ought to keep ordering pizza, I'll tell you that.
You're not kidding. Well, listen, Sasha Lee, as a matter of fact, I recognized you right away because you're in an episode of
Show in the
Show in the Hallway,
Uh-huh.
which debuts on Thursday with
Right.
Beth is in it, too.
Yeah, I met her.
Yeah, you met my
She's
wife.
hot.
She's hot, right? So you met my wife,
Yeah.
and you guys work together, Show in the Hallway. That's going to be on Howard TV this Thursday. Check that out. And we welcome you and thank you for being Miss Howard TV.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And you look great. I mean, what can I say? Good luck with everything.
Good luck,
Sasha
yeah.
Lee, everybody. Okay, Sasha, thanks.
Thank you.
Sasha, grab me a water, please.
And a pizza. Sasha's looking good. She must work out or
See her
something.
ass?
Oh, vey. She must have done sports or something in high school.
Yeah, the way of her ass, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the part of the body it is, but like the side of her ass.
You need a girl like that, Artie. I've decided.
All right, but I'm too old for her. 41.
Well, you got to go out and pursue her. To show her how hot a 40-year-old guy can be and how much fun he can be.
I don't have time for that.
You don't have time to work her, right?
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck